Hey guys, and welcome to TG10, Top 10 Reasons to be Excited for Watch Dogs. I love open world games. It took an insane amount of willpower to pry my hands away from my controller and get off GTA 5 just to make this video. I'm really looking forward to the fact that in Watch Dogs, I'm not playing a psycho thief or criminal gangster. It's refreshing to see this new setting in Chicago layered with the idea of Big Brother as my own private weapon. It's a refreshing take on the open world scene, kind of parodying our own world of interconnectivity where I had full access to everyone's information and all the technology of an entire city is something that's just really, really cool. Mix that in with all the augmented reality for all the menus, and you have a new IP with something just brings awesome to the table. Chicago's one hell of a big city, and luckily Aiden won't be needing to traverse Chicago streets on foot. UbiSoft Montreal has partnered with a studio called UbiSoft Reflections. This team is the team behind the award-winning Driver series. They provided a suite of vehicles bursting with horsepower. You'll get behind over 65 cars in Watch Dogs, each with its own state-of-the-art physics and handling, to explore Chicago's vast and intricate roadways. In the 15-minute gameplay demo of Watch Dogs, the player walks into a gun shop to gear up and grab some ammo right after taking down a criminal in one of the higher crime rate areas of Chicago. A television in the background has the evening news, and guess who's the star? That's right, Aiden Pierce, your character, showing a scene from just a few minutes ago. The gun owner immediately recognizes you and sounds a silent alarm, and of course a high-speed chase ensues. This series of events is just an example of how the world around you reacts to your actions, both good and bad. It really adds a sense of a living world, and I can't wait to see what other kinds of examples they add into the game. Watch Dogs is drop-dead gorgeous. From the reflections to the textures to the scale of the city, it just looks damn good. Mix in a heavy dose of its very own style of augmented reality, like the effects that pop up with needed information from everything from the stuff you can hack, NPC names and backgrounds. Watch Dogs is a new IP that's setting itself apart from all the other OWGs out there. Oh, and if you're a PC gamer like myself and are feeling a little burned by GTA 5, Watch Dogs is dropping same day as consoles, so fire up your rig and crank those graphics. One system that's only been really hinted at is the progression system. Money can get you weapons and cars and even new tools, but there's also an XP leveling and a crafting system. Experience is gained and can be spent to acquire new skills. The player can decide how he wants Aiden to level up and how his skills evolve. Through the story, his skills will get enhanced. Crafting new tools will upgrade Aiden's hacking abilities in different ways as well. And there's also mention of being able to grab experience and data in multiplayer hacking sessions to augment your abilities. I can't wait to see more of this system because they really haven't talked about it much. Progression isn't just limited to the leveling and buying of weapons. The city of Chicago is built with what they call the COS, or Central Operating System. This system connects everyone to everything, from phones to the power, city lights, cameras. It's made the world a safer place with less crime and traffic. Aiden can hack sections of the city's COS by breaking into server rooms, installing a backdoor. After this virus is uploaded, the player has access to just about everything in that city's sector. These COS control rooms are normally heavily guarded and give the player new challenges to overcome. I know when I get the game, I want to go to every one of these control rooms and hack them all, so I have full access to my game world. That way somebody hacks me in multiplayer, I have every advantage I can get. Overcoming the various challenges you'll be faced with can be done in a variety of ways. It's up to the player to choose his style. Maybe your style is direct combat, head-on assaults on the enemy position with a fast getaway car ready to run. Or, if you're the sneaky type, finding the back way in. Using your hacking abilities to create distractions might be more up your alley. It all can be done. In the 15-minute gameplay demo, the player shows off a mix of both of these styles. When undetected, Aiden walks in a low-profile way, letting the player know you're unseen by the guards. Silent takedowns can be done from behind. Mix this with remote explosives and diversionary tactics like hacking forklifts, and you have yourself a nice bag of tools to use to get the job done any way you want. With each scenario the player encounters, you gain reputation. How you handle a situation will determine how the world reacts to you. Are you a vigilante fighting for justice that people respect and rally behind? Or are you another psycho who gets the job done no matter how many people get hurt? The reputation system impacts gameplay. In one example, maybe you're taking down criminals and causing lots of collateral damage. When a person sees you running down the street with your gun out and recognizes you, they know you're trouble and call the police immediately. Now that same scenario, but you've played very differently and minimized collateral damage to the populace by protecting people in Chicago. That same NPC could see you and say, "Oh my god, this guy has a gun," and then see you as, "Oh, it's Aiden Pierce. I won't call the cops, go ahead." On top of the reputation system that's actually built into the game, there is a sense of morality. In one example, Aiden is hacking through these phone boxes, and he eventually finds himself looking through the camera on a laptop. He can hear a crying baby in a room that he can't see, and a mother trying to console the baby. He can also see her purse with her cell phone, and in this instance you can hack the phone and steal funds from it. Now, no one will know you did it and you won't actually take a hit to your reputation, but it's up to your own morality whether you do it or not. And this is kind of an exciting prospect, and I hope to see a lot of this in the game. That choice of, do I do this? Do I apply my own morality standards to this situation? Multiplayer in Watch Dogs is a unique system that kind of reminds me of Dark Souls. Aiden Pierce isn't the only high-skilled hacker out there. Other players can infiltrate your game without you even knowing, with the sole purpose of finding you and hijacking your information, allowing them to steal data that could make them more powerful. Once a player joins your game dynamically and starts hacking you, a warning flashes up, and it's up to you to use facial recognition software to locate and terminate the intruder, who has to stay a certain distance away from you to get the hack done. In the demo video, after a failed attempt to hack Aiden, this other hacker ran back to his own game. If your thing is revenge, you can use the grid to locate who hacked you and hack them back, bringing him a little payback. It's a unique system that I'm looking forward to because it really adds to the world space of you're not alone and you're always being watched, and someone could always be out to get you. After hacking the COS system, Aiden's abilities really open up. Chicago is so interconnected that a high-skilled hacker can literally own the city. Jumping from camera to camera to find your next target of vigilante justice, hacking phones, bank accounts, using police recognition software, getting NPC background checks on the fly as you're walking down the street, using the traffic stoppers to stop someone in a high-speed chase. Even the power grid is at your command for those times when you just have to get away quickly. If you've got a problem, Aiden has an app for it. And this is my number one, the ability to hack everything. And I mean everything. They've shown hacking vents to open them up for, dynamic cover. They've showed hacking things like forklifts for a distraction, kicking off city lights to stop pursuers, jumping up those traffic blockers that the cops have in an instant and watch your enemy smash into them. There's so much stuff. Even just like shutting down the entire city with the flick of your phone. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this TG10. To give it a little bit of a balance, I want to talk about some of the things that may be the negatives for this game. All these things we're hoping for, but what could horribly go wrong? Hacking would be the big thing. Hopefully we're not limited to just, here's the 6 things you can do, and that's all you're really going to hack, and you're going to see it over and over and over again throughout the rest of the game. That would probably get boring pretty quickly. That means every scenario will be very, very similar. Multiplayer could also become an annoyance. People constantly hacking into your game and trying to steal your stuff, interrupting the story and what you're trying to accomplish in your game. So that's going to have to be balanced properly. So it could be an issue, but I'm still looking forward to it. And I think lastly would be the progression system. Because they haven't really shown a lot of it, I'm wondering if it's going to be this deep progression system, or is it just going to be a linear thing where you grab enough experience and you unlock the next ability, grab enough experience and you unlock the next ability. Can I customize those abilities on how they work and how they interact with the world, or are they just a linear way of unlocking new powers? It wouldn't be terrible if it was the linear system, but it would be really cool if I could make my Aiden Pierce, my hacker, specifically how I play. Alright guys, well that wraps up this video. I'm curious, do you have anything that you're really looking forward to that I didn't mention in this TG10? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe here on TGN for lots of gaming videos, gaming goodness, on all kinds of games, or head on over to my channel, TheXPGamers, where we support the modding community. For games like Skyrim, Fallout, you name it, we've probably got a video on it. Well, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.